Salut, je suis Rory. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous montrer exactement comment vous pouvez apprendre le français et améliorer particulièrement votre niveau à l'oral. Comment parler plus fluidement, avec un bon accent, avec de la bonne prononciation aussi. Commençons. So you want to learn French, you want to improve your speaking right now, today. Here's what you can do. Quick introduction, just while I get my screen shared up and I can show you the YouTube video that is excellent to improve your speaking. I'm Rory. I help people learn French here on YouTube. And in particular, I have students I work with one-on-one to help them improve their French level. And something you should know as well is that the methods that I use are different to most other French, you could say, tutors and people here online. For me, I enjoy helping my students learn a real French. So not the French that you would see taught in schools or, say shared online via grammar lessons and memorization. For me, it's all about getting people speaking well. So for me, when I learned French, it was about speaking well. And so for my students, basically all of them want to talk well in French. They want to communicate well. They want to go on holidays to France, to Canada, to West Africa. They want to improve their French so they can speak and make real connections with people. That's what my videos are focused towards. If that's not you, no worries. You can leave the channel, click off, find someone you enjoy, you will. But for me, it's really about improving a real French level. So I'm going to show you here. So to improve speaking overall, what I'd say with YouTube is it's excellent because there's literally thousands of videos you can quickly check out. Takes 10 seconds to try one video. If you were to try books, it's going to take you time to order them, wait for them to arrive. You have to pay for them as well, and then try them out. With YouTube, you can get in really quick and try them and find out what you like. Now, as for me, this channel here, it's called French Listening Journey. They're a small channel like me, and I really like them because their videos, I'll show you, each of them is a short story, okay, where there's conversations brought in as well, and they're broken up easily where it allows you time to speak back to French. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how you can go out and improve your own French speaking as soon as you leave this video, okay? And that's my goal here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, with these videos, I'm going to play it here. You should be able to hear the audio. Let's go through.
In this lesson, we will hear a simple story in French. It is ideal for every beginner. We will begin by listening to the text with French subtitles. Next, we'll review the sections of the text with translation. Lastly, we will listen to the text again without subtitles or translation and answer a simple quiz.
Yeah, so what I recommend here is you can see the first part of the video. Each of the videos on this channel, they'll do the same thing. They split it up in the same manner, which is excellent because once you're used to the format, you don't even have to worry about it. It's just like opening up a book, going to the next chapter. So this first section, they say, listen and read French with subtitles. This part, you can see here.
Car il pensait que le royaume devait tourner autour de lui comme les planètes autour du soleil.
Cool. So I would recommend actually skipping this first part. That's what I tell my students. Go to the second part straight away. Simply because here it's going to provide you with the English subtitles down below and the French is at the top. You see at the start here, all the way up to minute 3 in this story. We've got the French there where it's being read, which is excellent because you're reading and listening at the same time. I'll talk about that all the time in other videos. But where's the English translation? It's not there. I want to bring in that English translation right away. You would have heard me talk about as well the Assimil book to learning French. This book is excellent. It's what all my students use to go from beginner to intermediate, and they also use these videos. I'll show you here a lesson. Like you've got the French there on this side here, and then you've got the English as well. Now that means that every single time you're reading the French, you've got the English to reference back to. And that's really good because that means that you don't have to get lost. I think it's completely silly that there's French resources out here for beginners where they don't have English translations. I think that's completely stupid, to be honest. I don't know why people do it. I don't know why tutors recommend it. It's extremely difficult. It's making stuff way harder when it doesn't need to be. It's like trying to learn how to ride a bike without training wheels or any support from your dad or your mum or a friend. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, you want the training wheels on the bike to practice. So that's the English here. I would start from this part, and this is how I do it. So I'm going to let it play through, and I'll show you.
Louis XIV, le roi soleil.
So as I hear that audio, I'm reading the French word for word. Okay, so I'm reading. Yep, cool. When you're doing that, it's not going to feel like it, but as you progress and as you get better at reading and listening at the same time, you're going to start to hear the French in your head when you read, even without the audio. That is what you need to be able to understand really good listening for French. Okay, you want to read and listen at the same time to improve listening because reading is the most difficult thing to do. Pardon me, other way around. Speaking is the most difficult thing to do. Then comes writing, then comes listening, then comes reading. So you need to improve your reading and listening at the same time in order to be able to write and then speak well. Our goal here is to speak well. So what I'm doing here is I'm reading the French as I listen. So I'll even go back to the start.
Louis XIV, le roi soleil.
Perfect. So I've heard that. And now I'll check the English. Okay. Yep. Louis the 14th, the Sun King. Okay, cool. Yep. Now I know. Okay. Another word for king now. Then another word for sun also. Perfect. Now you're going to see a speaking icon come up here. Perfect. You want to improve your speaking? Copy exactly what you heard. If you go back and you check the English here and then you sort of forgot how each word was pronounced, no problem. Click back. Pay attention here.
Louis XIV, le roi soleil.
Okay, now I've really followed each word as I heard it. So then I'm just going to speak it out loud. Do your best to absolutely copy the French native who was just speaking there. Louis XIV, le roi soleil. Done. Okay, now you have mirrored the exact way that the French native speaker has said it. We can continue through. It gives you a moment to speak there, which is good.
Louis XIV, the Sun King.
Il y a longtemps, en France,
I'll pause here. Il y a longtemps en France, long ago in France. Okay, il y a longtemps, long ago en France, in France. Don't even
Long
have to
ago in
pause.
France.
Yeah. Thing is, you don't even have to pause here. You could actually just allow the video to go through because it gives you like a 3-4 second part to speak. So I'll do that in the next one.
un roi très célèbre s'appelait Louis XIV.
Un roi très célèbre s'appelait Louis XIV. And then after I say it, I could even just follow for the English and say a very famous king, un roi, that's king, a king, très célèbre, very famous. So it's like saying a king very famous in English. S'appelait was named. Okay, that's the past tense of was or naming. Okay, so we could say s'appelait, right? So that'd be ELER if we wanted to have the present tense. And we're saying Louis XIV, Louis the 14th.
A very famous king was named Louis XIV.
Il est né en 1638.
Il est né en 1638.
He was born in 1638.
Et il est devenu roi.
So that's how you can do it throughout the whole video here. Now, this channel here, I'll leave a link to it in the description, although you can easily find it by searching. And these videos, I think, are excellent to improve your speaking level, simply as you're going to be following along how the French native speaker says the French, okay? There's no point, if you're not good at speaking, there's no point trying to create your own sentences and speaking if your accent and your pronunciation, your flow of French is going to be terrible. When I first started speaking, this is what I did. Okay. I found French sentences where I could hear the audio before I speak. So then when I speak, I'm just simply following along the correct way to say, okay, the correct way to follow the exact way that I want to speak French, right? I don't want to speak French like an Australian, okay? Je veux parler français comme un français, right? I want to speak French like a French person. Pretty simple. I want to have a really good accent, and my accent's decent because I focused on this. Okay, that's what all my students do as well. They want to have a good accent. Well, very simply, follow along with your good listening in order to achieve that accent. You can do this with any other French video as well. In the future, I'm going to continue to bring in really good YouTube channels I like personally. I already did the video on Easy French, which is an amazing channel for conversations on the street. And here we've got a story, okay, if you enjoy that kind of taste. Doesn't matter. Find French sentences. It could be even via a book. Just find French sentences where you have the audio. You read as you're listening to the audio, and then afterwards you can stop the audio and then speak out loud, copy each word along. Even if you have to play the audio through and let's say pause halfway through because you miss some of the words, that's fine, right? So if we
Un
go
roi
here,
très célèbre s'appelait
Long ago in France,
we'll play this next French
Un
audio.
roi très célèbre s'appelait
So even, oh, okay, I can't get all of that. I sort of forgot how s'appelait Louis XIV. I forgot how that was pronounced because I was focusing on this part when I was first reading. Fine, go play the first part, pause. Un roi très célèbre
Louis XIV.
s'appelait Louis XIV. And that will give you time in order to be able to hear. You're seeing as well, this is built for beginners. That's accurate, A1 to B2. And with that, that's going to give you the time in order to hear the French. Because if you go and watch street interviews in French or movies or music, they talk really fast and it can be difficult to pick up words. They also use words that are slang also, and that can be difficult to understand simply because slang, um, it's actually not all that common. Like if you're watching French YouTube videos like this, you're never going to see slang words really. You might rarely see them, but nothing like this, okay? And the thing is, words like très for very and s'appelait for, is named and right, for a, obviously. All these words, you're going to see them everywhere. And so if you're coming in here for beginner resources and they're using those words, that's perfect. You're going to build up your French level. Okay, let me know what you thought of the video. If you've got any questions, you can put them in the comments. If you're looking for any other kinds of videos on French, how you can improve, shoot me any questions if you've got any. I'm always happy to answer. I answer every single comment, always. And yeah, best of luck with learning French and have a good week. Au revoir.